My dream is to work for the United Nations. It was the first time I had such a clear dream for my future. Now, I'll tell you one experience which changed my life. Due to my father's work, I lived in Jakarta, Indonesia, until I was 4 years old. The scenery of Indonesia that I saw from the car was hard for me to accept. When the lights turned red, some children approached my car and stared at me with innocent eyes. In their hands were balloons, toys, and stationery, which were obviously made of garbage. At that time, I was unable to do anything about the reality I faced, so I turned a blind eye. My memory of Indonesia are vague in places, but I still remember this experience clearly. This experience opened the door to my brightest future. One day, I noticed poverty was hidden much closer to me. Well, I have one person who has remained in my heart even now, 13 years past. Yatin, my Indonesian helper. In Indonesia, it was not easy for me to make friends. My playmate was always Yatin. Her family was poor, and she had left her 2 young children in the countryside. She lived in my house and did our laundry, cooked, cleaned, and looked after me. She always sang me Indonesian lullabies. I love her gentle, enveloping songs. Her voice resonated in my heart. However, as I grew up, my perception of this memory gradually changed. Yatin lived with me, not her young children. Yatin sang to me, and she was like a member of my family. But in reality, Yatin has a far away in the countryside. She had to walk away from her children to make money. I realized that Yatin also had a problem with poverty. Everyone, please look at the screen. These are pictures of my school life. Sounds like exciting, right? I'm fulfilling school life, working on studies, school events, club activities. We take it for granted that we go to school and study every day. So, is it a no in the world? In fact, 1 in 5 of all children in the world are unable to go to school. What factors prevent us from breaking the cycle of poverty? There are lots of reasons. Conflicts, disasters, economics, education, and so on. And I was very interested in education because it is the most familiar to me as a student. There is a strong correlation between lack of education and the cycle of poverty. This is also applies to Yatin. Parents who don't have enough money and don't know the importance of education keep their children out of school and use them as laborers. Uneducated children also grow up without knowing the importance of education. Because they lack of knowledge and skills, they can only get unstable jobs. The chain of poverty can't be managed by individuals alone. That means it is time we play our part. Suddenly, I remember the words of my school geography teacher. You have the ability to tackle unanswered questions and bear in impressed with your idea in class. It is a wonderful idea that doesn't follow any precedents. The teacher appreciated my efforts that way. Finally, she smiled and said, "You can confront an answered question from a global perspective. You can absolutely make your dream come true." Her words gave me confidence, and as I stand here, I can confidently declare, I'll definitely work for the United Nations. To make my dream come true, I joined the international exchange events and deepened my knowledge of different cultures. After graduating from university, I'd like to provide sufficient education to people all over the world. Education broadens our horizon, makes us aware of whole new worlds. We shouldn't overlook the serious problem behind the innocent eyes of children. We shouldn't look away from the reality. What I experienced when I was young gave me a big dream today.